Last Friday night, the Tiger offense, defense, and special teams exploded for a 70 spot. Although it was a region opponent, Liberty, still 70 is a lot of points in a game with a running clock in the second half. Tonight, a much different team. The Tigers are in Milan, Tennessee to face a program with a lot of winning history in their football program. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll, Kendall Atkinson, and this is the Central Bank pregame show right here on 93.5 FM. This is the third meeting between these two teams dating back to 2020. Hardin County lost here in 2020, won in Jim Carroll Stadium last year, and tonight is the rubber match. 3 games that were circled at the beginning of the 2022 season were USJ, Lexington, and this game tonight here in Milan, Tennessee. The Tigers have been on the short end of the first 2 this season, and Coach Smith wanted to schedule these teams like Milan in hopes of having games like tonight, especially when you're nearing the TSSAA playoffs. You want to be in a hostile crowd in a playoff-like atmosphere against a playoff-like team.
Well, unfortunately, Steve, the 2 games that have been good games, close games, were 2 of those 3 games that were circled, just coming up short in one-score games. So, I mean, I'm hopeful tonight that they can play with Milan. And we really didn't know that much about Lexington. I knew that they had a simple offense and that it was with really good athletes. And we're going to have to bring Kendall in here because I know he's watched film on Milan. But Milan is just a staple. They always have a good program. Same record as us. They really do need this win for the confidence, to finish out and get ready for the playoff.
Well, Kendall, last week you talked about in the pregame show after being off a couple of weeks, a big loss to Lexington. I asked you what you were looking for, and you said the Tigers need to find some consistency versus Liberty, especially after being off a week after a loss, and how difficult it is sometimes when you go into a big game. And I asked Coach Smith this as well. What is the difference, or how do you compare a loss going into an open week or a win and getting some momentum and then having to be off? But you talked about consistency, and they got it last week.
Yeah, and I mean, we were about as consistent as we could be last week, but we also have to factor in the opponent that we were playing. One thing I do want to bring up is what we talked about last week about finding our groove and trying to get back in that groove late in the year, and how that it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but I think last week was a step in the right direction. So we'll see. I think tonight's definitely going to be a test for us, but it's a test that we really need to pass before we get into these key playoff games.
Well, we're in Milan, Tennessee. We're on the turf field. Beautiful new stadium that was built a couple of years ago. And like I said, it's going to be a great atmosphere, a great game between 2 really good football teams with a lot of tradition of winning in West Tennessee. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game when we return right after this. Welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, the WKWX app, and streaming live at YouTube on YouTube. Slice 93 is a channel. I want to remind you in the morning, Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach with Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. They'll get you ready for SEC football. And then Sports Talk following them at 9. Me, Kirk, and Coach Smith will be in. We'll talk about tonight's game and take a look ahead as Hardin County will be back home next week for senior night, as Pure Academy will come in for senior night. And then following us, it'll be UT and UTM at 11 with the Ball Network taking over at 10 in the morning. Milan 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in region play. Hardin County 6-2 on the season, 4-1 in region 6-4A, and we'll finish second regardless of what happens here or next week. So we've got that wrapped up. A first-round playoff game at Jim Carroll Stadium. Last week, Milan defeated O'Brien 28-6. Hardin County defeated Liberty 70-6. Milan's 2 losses to Huntington and Haywood. I'd say they're 2 pretty good football teams. Hardin County has 2 blemishes on their record. USJ and Lexington, 2 other really good football teams. The common opponent for both is Liberty, and both beat Liberty pretty handily in their games against them. So that's not going to give us a whole lot. We do know that Milan, Kirk, being here a couple of years ago, they had a really good quarterback, a good tailback. They had a really good receiver that was highly recruited, and I think he ended up going to Arkansas. I think Alabama was on him at the time. And then, of course, we had some great talent as well. Really good football team. Came down to a couple of things toward the end of the game. Well, in the first quarter, we had a touchdown that was kind of taken away from us to go ahead on our first drive. And then late in the game, we had a wide-open John Whitley on a screen pass, a perfect call, and John couldn't make the catch, and that kind of way the game ended. Tonight, a little bit different. A good quarterback. I don't think it's anything like they had a couple of years ago. A couple of good tailbacks, but some good receivers, big receivers, as Kendall will tell us, has seen it on film. So, a little bit like that game, but we were talking on the way over here, the one element that we don't have that we had last year is a running quarterback compared to Rivers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different angle. I mean, Carter's strictly a pocket-type passer, and he's accurate. He's got the size, and he's got all the metrics of being a great pocket passer. But in this offense, if you have a running quarterback, and it's kind of an option offense there, and it would be nice to have a quarterback that the defense had to honor instead of just one running back. I think these games, a lot of them, I mean, I know that the USJ and the Lexington game, it was a line of scrimmage game, and I think both those teams won the line of scrimmage. Tonight might be different.
The Milan band is out on the field. They're fixing to play the national anthem. We'll take a timeout while they do. We'll be back with more of tonight's game. We'll be back right after this. Back at Milan, Tennessee, I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. Kendall, we were talking about Milan. You've seen a little bit of film on the Bulldogs. What is your scouting report? What do you know about them?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of have the same approach we do, trying to get the ball out to the receivers pretty quick and let the receivers block like we talked about. They're guys on the outside. They're pretty good in size. They're big guys. They know how to block really well. They're coached really efficiently on the offensive side of the football. And, you know, it's like we talked a little bit on the way over here. Their line's not the biggest line. So it's going to be interesting to see how the line of scrimmage is handled tonight. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they swarm tackle. They do a really good job on their outside. Sometimes they'll press wide receivers, run a little bit of press coverage. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they scheme up this week against us and what their approach is as the game begins.
Kirk, tonight's game, other than the obvious winning, what do you think is the most important thing being in this kind of atmosphere against this kind of team late in the season with playoffs right around the corner? What would you look for if you were Coach Smith, and what would you want to get out of this game tonight, even though it's not a region game?
And I can't say win.
I said win. Other than win.
Well, I think these games that he scheduled, the USJ and our out of district games that like Pure Academy is supposed to be good, Milan good. That's what he's trying to do is get that measuring stick to see how you feel up against other good competition. It's been really weird if you think about it. We've either won games by blowouts. I'm talking about 40, 50 points, and then tight one-score games. You know, there hadn't been any of that back and forth. You know, we hadn't had but those two games that were close. And so you're playing really good teams, and you're playing teams that are really down this year. So he needs these games because we hadn't had any of that mid-range opponent.
Well, we hadn't played really well on turf. That's been kind of a bugaboo for us. We lost to USJ on turf. What was the other game last year that we had on turf? I can't remember. We go so many places, but turf hadn't been our friend. We didn't win here the last time on turf.
We talked about this before. They have won on turf. You told me that somewhere. But it's still, I don't know if you have to have special shoes or cleats to play on it, you know. But I'm a firm believer that 5-6 plays into a game, all the outside noise kind of goes away, and then it comes down to your preparation and your skill level and talent. Like, for example, matchups. We didn't really think about this much because, like, USJ had two well over 6 foot, like 6'5", 6'6" receivers. And we thought that would be a great advantage for them, like, you know, jump balls in the end zone, that kind of thing. But they never threw to them. But one missed throw in the game to one of those wide receivers. But what they did do, they were able to tie up our smaller corners in that game to where we couldn't get off of. And when they ran to the edges or they ran wide on the field, they were able to hold our corners up and keep them out of the play. So what became what we thought might be trouble on the passing game was actually trouble in the running game. It's just where you match up and things like that. But it still comes down to that offensive and defensive line of scrimmage. And Harris is not playing tonight, right?
Not that I know of. I don't think so. I think they want to hold him out at least till playoffs.
Yeah, I think the goal is first week of playoffs.
He did practice some this week, but he just went through drills, no contact. I just got a message from one of our listeners, Bob Axon, and since he's sponsoring the pregame show, Dyersburg is the game we won. You won at that game.
Right.
Yeah.
But I knew we'd won one on turf.
Well, the Tigers have raced out onto the field as they come out in maroon pants, white shirt, and maroon helmets. The captains are out on the field for Milan as they await their team to come out of the north end zone. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll be back with the coin toss and the opening kickoff right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. The Bulldogs win the toss, and they elect to receive. So they're going to put their offense on the field first. They're going to test the Tiger defense tonight. Adam Harris is still out tonight, although improving, and I think he did, Kendall, go through drills this week. No contact, but just drills to kind of keep him engaged a little bit with what's going on and what they want to do as we move forward after tonight. We'll be back at home next week as Career Academy will be in town for senior night and then round one of the TSSAA playoffs. The Bulldogs, they come out of the north end zone in their purple uniforms, purple pants, purple shirts, and purple helmets. So we're just a few minutes away from the kickoff. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your opening kickoff. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Nolan Foster will kick it off for the Tigers as they'll kick it from the south to the north end zone. Back deep is D. Kelly and also Micah Carr for the Bulldogs. Here's a low spinning kick. It's going to be taken at the 25. He's at the 30, hit there, and he's going to be knocked down. As Sam Tanner will get him down right around the 35-yard line.
Maurice Williams on the return.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Quarterback Andy Westbrook will bring them out, a senior. Micah Carr is the tailback. He'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. First down, 1st and 10. From the 35. Here's a snap, handoff up the middle. He's hit right there and knocked down.
Good play.
That's Jawan Keel.
Yeah, that was a real good play.
Comes up and makes a stop right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Westbrook comes over to the sideline to get the play. Just getting started here in Milan, Tennessee. Big non-region matchup between 2 really good football teams here in West Tennessee. Here's a snap. Man goes in motion. They're going to flip it over there to him, trying to get outside. Breaks a tackle now, going down the sideline. And he's going to be run out of bounds as Keandre Smith was out there in the backfield with him and couldn't bring him down. And he picks up about 6, maybe 7. So that'll bring up 3rd down. They'll move it to the 41-yard line.
A good play by Smith. He read it, got out there quick. Stiff-armed. He got stiff-armed, knocked him off the play. The problem was there should have been 2 more guys.
You got to have help out there.
Yeah, I mean, you had a safety and a corner who were both getting blocked and didn't get there.
3rd down, 3rd and 4. Now Westbrooks goes under center, receiver right, receiver left. 4-man front for the Tigers. Man in motion to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll pitch it to the tailback. We got Keel in the backfield, and then he's going to be cleaned up by Wade Van Hoosen Gray. Or excuse me, Stout and Gray, and knocks him back to the 40-yard line. Man, where it'll be 4th down, 4th and 5.
Smith in on it again.
Yeah,
he showed up on all 3 plays. I mean, he's fired up, ready to go.
So back deep will be Braden Wilkes. He'll stand at about his 20-yard line. Here's a snap. Here's the punt. He'll get it away. A spiraling kick. It's going to hit and take a Bulldog bounce as we'll let it go inside the 15 down to about the 12. That ball hit at the 25 and then got a Bulldog roll.
Yeah,
Pins the Tigers deep.
That can kill you tonight on this turf because you punt, it'll flip the field quick.
Yeah, if you don't feel the punt on this turf, you may get anywhere up to 25, 30-yard roll on a punt.
Yep.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. As Carter Smith will come out, he'll send a receiver to his left, 2 here to the near side. That's Gray and Heyman. And Wilkes to his left. Irvin at the tailback position to his right. 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap. Hand off to Irvin. Hit in the backfield. Staying on his feet. Twisting and turning. And then finally the whistle blew.
Irvin, the ball carrier, loss of 1.
A loss of 1 on the carry.
Down by Javarius Williams.
Well, I think they're going to spot it right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down. Looks like 2nd and 10. So now they'll go 2 receivers to the left, 2 here to the right. Irvin stands to his left, 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Smith in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Still looking. Fires over the middle into traffic, and it's going to be incomplete. He got hit before the ball got there. Heyman actually pulled backwards, no call. And it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10. But that time Carter threw into double coverage.
Well, they're playing. They're manning up. They don't think that we can beat their corners one-on-one, and then that's turning 6 loose.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Carter looking. He's going to pull it down, takes off running. He'll get nowhere, and the Tigers will have to punt it away.
Yeah, you gotta check out of that play when you got 8 walked up.
DJ Graves.
So Peyton Strickland will come in, and the Tigers will punt it back to the Bulldogs.
4th down and long.
Back deep is Trey Spinks. Here's a snap. It's good. A low spiraling kick. It's going to hit and get a Tiger row at the 35. He'll take it there, still on his feet, and then he's going to run into a whole host of Tigers. That was actually Tyrone Brown on the return.
That was some really good coverage, too. I mean, he outkicked the return guy, and it got about 15 yards behind him. He had to go pick it up. And lots of times that works in his favor, creates space, but in that case, we had really great coverage getting downfield.
So both teams have to punt in their first possession, and the Bulldogs will come out. Westbrook, the quarterback. Carr, the tailback, stands to his left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side, going in motion now. They're going to do a shovel pass, and it's going nowhere as Big Gray absolutely swallowed him up.
Came to play tonight.
I mean, early, 2 series, and just watching those 2 series is their defense winning line of scrimmage and our defense winning line of scrimmage.
Also in on the tackle was Keandre Smith for Hardin County. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 13. They lose back to the 33. Westbrook brings them to the line, this time a receiver right and left. Carr stands to his left, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Carr looking, under pressure. The ball's batted up in the air and batted down.
That's Stout,
yep.
As David Stout came in from his defensive end position and got a big paw up and knocked it down. And that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 13. Bulldogs have it at their 32, excuse me. So 3rd down, 3rd and 13. Both defenses has come out and controlled. here in the first quarter. Now they'll go 3 receivers to the left, 2 here to the near side. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Here comes pressure. They'll throw it over the middle, and it's going to be knocked down.
Good play, Ben Benson.
Yeah.
As Benson got his hand up, Carr was the intended receiver. Benson knocked it down as they try to go over the middle, and that'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and 13, as Wilkes will go back.
Good call by them. I mean, they just brought the inside receiver on a little crossing route, going to try to let him catch it on the run, and Benson right there swatted it before it got there.
Here's a snap. Almost gets blocked. A knuckleball. It's going to go over Wilkes' head. Inside the 15, down to about the 10-yard line. That time we were up. I don't know how he got it away.
That's just a good punt. I mean,
Yeah.
That's their quarterback, Westbrook.
Yeah, he's got a leg, too.
Yeah, he hit that spiral. It turned over like it's supposed to.
Pretty.
Would have been a hard catch.
We're going to have to find a way to give our defense a little break, though. We can't have them out there on the field as long as we
We're
did.
going to have to find a way to keep giving up 40 yards in punt row.
That's true, too.
I mean, you take that off, right now we're 40 yards behind just based on punt
So
row.
Smith will bring them out, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right. They're going from the south to the north, 1 to his left. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete to Gray at the 15. He's going to be spun around and knocked down, but before progress, get him to the 19. So a good pickup on first down.
Yeah, just a good 5-yard hitch, safe play.
Keep doing it.
Jack Gray.
So Jack picks up
Gain of 8 on the play. Brings up
about
2nd
eight
and
on the reception. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 2. They'll spot it at the Tigers' 19-yard line.
Jack did a good job knowing what to do with it after the catch.
So Smith will bring them to the line. Now a tight formation. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off to Urban. Looking for some running room. Tries to bounce it outside. He missed his hole. If he could have come back to the middle, he would have had a lot of running room, but he was looking left. The hole was to his right, and he's going to be knocked down for no gain.
Well, I mean, that 2 yards you need is north and south. It's not east and west. I mean, see, like in that situation right there, gaining 1 yard put you in a lot better situation.
Yep. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. Ball at the 19. Hardin County's own 19. Smith brings them to the line. He'll send 1 receiver to his right, 3 to his left. Irvin will stand to his left. 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. Complete. Enough for a first down at the 25. He's at the 30. That's Big McGee as he gets it. Makes the catch around the 25 and then moved it forward to the 31. And that'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers for.
Yeah, good call. Outsmarted them. I mean, it's kind of risky throwing the ball on 4th down, but a lot of confidence in the throw and catch both. That looked good.
Yeah, that's Weeks. McGee on the reception. He's had an outstanding year. Now they'll go 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Smith hands it off and just plowing forward is Irving as he's going to get close to the 34-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the run.
Good. They need that. They need to see that they can push that pile, get some yardage between the tackles. That's more our style there than trying to get outside.
Now Gray comes to the near side. Rose and McGee to the left. Now out comes Heyman here to the right. Into the game now is Saunders at tailback. 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking to his right. Fires over the middle. Complete at the 45. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. Inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line goes Cam Heyman.
Man, great throw, great catch. I thought that was Jalen Hyatt for a minute.
Man, I tell you what, he rifled that one in there in a nice grab by Heyman. And Hardin County is in Milan territory at the 36-yard line. That's enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
Had good patience there, too. He could have had Wilkes out here on the swing route, but he was patient enough and let Heyman get open.
Now he'll send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's a snap, handoff. That is
That's Wilkes.
Wilkes. I thought it was Saunders back there. That's Wilkes. And he'll plow forward for a couple. Inside the 35 down to the 34, where it'll be second down, 2nd and 8. 3:42 to go here, first quarter, no score.
It's a little different look with Wilkes back there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him, on specialty plays.
I mean, he should have been in there more.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can get through the hole in a hurry.
He's good.
Now they'll send 2 receivers to the right. They'll stack it up out here to the right side, 1 receiver to the far side. Here's a snap. They fake it to Wilkes, looking, throws, and he's being held. Gray he is. They got him by the arm, and he just couldn't get there.
Heyman was out there doing jumping jacks. Wide open. That was a perfect little rub play they had.
Yeah,
he was wide open.
He didn't see him. He kind of predetermined probably who he was going to throw to based on formation. And
so that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8 from the Bulldog 34-yard line. Now they'll send McGee and Rose to the left. Heyman and Gray here to the near side. Wilkes, the tailback, stands to the right of Smith. 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Now Wilkes in motion, and we jump. Big right tackle jumps for the Tigers, and that'll cost us 5.
Start the call against the Tigers.
Right when Braden went into motion, Poirier jumped, and that'll move it back to the 39. Where it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 13 now.
I think that play was meant to make them jump.
Now Wilkes goes in motion, same play. Here's a snap. Looking, under pressure, fires over the middle of the field. The ball is tipped up in the air. Man, they were all over the intended receiver.
Yeah.
I think that's Wilkes. He's like holding his hands up. He got almost tackled.
Coach Smith's pleading for a call.
Well, I mean, that's 3 times that they could have called pass interference and didn't. The coaches will start getting involved in that here in a little bit.
So it'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 13. And Strickland will come out, but I think that's Saunders. Here's a snap. Here's a punt. High in the air.
Get down there.
Away from it. It hits at the 5 and goes into the end zone.
What's bad, that ball
That
had
was Saunders.
It had backspin on it. He must be their pooch punter because he did it right. Ball had backspin on it. That's the kind you really want to hit. Kind of hit and bounce back at you. But that one got the bad bounce.
3:09 to go here in the first quarter. No score as Milan will come out for their 3rd series here in the first quarter. And this time they'll be backed up to their 20. Westbrook in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Carr, trying to get outside. Weeks is there. I believe that's Weeks will make the grab or make the tackle at the 21.
Yeah.
It is Ryan Weeks on the tackle. So a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 9. Westbrook comes over to the sideline to get the play, and then back in the huddle.
A lot of jabs in this first round and not a lot of haymakers.
Malachi Spinks in now at tailback, stands to his right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap, looking. Inside screen, he gets a block, and he's going to go in across the 30 to the 35. Had it set up. We had him out there.
That's their go-to receiver out there.
Yeah, that's Carson Pruitt on the catch.
I mean, they threw the screen against 2 of our guys, and we just missed the tackle. I mean, it played it just like it's supposed to.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. Westbrooks brings them to the line. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires over the middle. He's going to be complete, and then he's going to be swarmed under as Blankenship out there along with Tibble on the stop.
Good pass and catch. Just finding that sweet spot.
Yeah, I mean, hitched it up just like we did against them with McGee.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
trying to feel each other out. Where is the soft spot?
So second down, 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Receiver right, receiver left. Now Westbrook's under center, motion right. Here's a snap. They'll get it on a counter, and he'll have a first down.
Inside reverse, good call. It was there. I know one thing, just watching that one play, if that boy there that had the ball gets an open field, he's gone.
Yeah, that was Trey Spinks on the carry as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This drive started at their own 20.
That kid's got some hops.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Now the Bulldogs have a little something going. 2 receivers right, one here to the near side. Westbrooks looks over to the sideline, changes a play. Now he'll move his tight end to the left. Here's a snap, handoff. He's hitting the backfield, gets away from there at the 50. He's across the 45, across the 40, down to the 35. Had a man right in his face. We were up high and couldn't make the tackle. That was Stout. He was right there, almost took the handoff from him, and couldn't get him down.
Well, I mean, the negative to that's play right over, right up the middle in the A gap, and Stout makes a good play. Problem is he held him there for about 2 seconds, and wasn't anybody else could get there.
Jones on the run as the clock will wind down, and after 1 quarter of play, no score here from Milan, Tennessee, but the Bulldogs are driving. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this. That timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Floors. As we move to the 2nd quarter, no score, but the Bulldogs are driving. Tigers mounted a drive their last possession, but had to punt it away after a procedure call on 3rd down. Made it 3rd and long. Couldn't get anything going. Here's a snap. Westbrook hands it off, looking for running room outside, and this time Keandre Smith is right there. Throws him to the ground. That's Jones, the carrier, trying to get outside, and he loses a couple of yards on that one back to the 38. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 12 from the 38.
Good play by your defensive end, and he got penetration upfield, nowhere to go.
Westbrook will send 2 receivers to the right, one here to the near side. Carr in at tailback, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap, straight drop, looks, trying to get that inside screen again, runs into his own lineman, and they're going to blow it dead back here at the 41, but the Tigers that time were all over that play.
Well, another thing, too, is he had 5 running to the football that time. I mean, he broke 1 tackle, got loose, but, I mean, you had 4 more Tigers getting there. That's what you want to see, is that everybody running to the football.
So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 15. I didn't see him warm us if they had a kicker, but my guess is
they do.
They probably do.
Well, they got a turf field. If you got a turf field, you got to have a good kicker.
3 receivers now here to the near side, 2 to the far side, empty backfield. Westbrook's in the shotgun, straight drop. Now under pressure, fires deep. It's going to be intercepted at the 15-yard line. That's Wilkes.
Had a baby.
And he's going to be knocked down at about the 18. So Braden Wilkes gets the first turnover for the Tigers.
Good job, defense.
And Hardin County will hold, and they'll take over. First down, 1st and 10. They're going to spot it about the 17.
Well, you talked about throwing it in double coverage, and that's exactly what he did. Wilkes playing free safety over the top, just watching the quarterback. Caught it like it was thrown to him.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 17-yard line. Smith will bring them out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. 4-man front. Man comes in motion near side. That's Gray. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Fires down the sidelines. Got a man open and overshoots Heyman at the 45. He had about 3 steps on the defender.
That's good call, good play. Set up just right. Coming off that turnover.
You'll see that again.
He just overthrew him.
That was Cunningham on the coverage for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Wilkes will spread out to the right. Heyman and Gray here to the near side. Saunders in at tailback for Hardin County. 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders, right side. Has a little bit of run room. Now he squirts out of the pile at the 20, 25, at the 30-yard line. And to about the 28-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County to make 1st and 10 Tigers. And once he got through that line.
Yeah, that's how you hit the hole right there.
Well, another thing, too, is it puts you in a lot better spot being at the 33-yard line. I mean, if they don't get the first, they got a punt. At least they can, flip the field on them.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Out at the 33-yard line. Receiver right, 2 to the near side. Here's a snap. Saunders, left side. Has a little run room, still on his feet, spinning around. And he's going to be knocked down about the 40. Now the pile pushes him forward. Close to another first down.
There you go.
That's it. That's that Kurt Carroll football right there, baby.
I like that.
He'll pick up 8 on the carry.
5 of those hogs coming in there and pushing him through the fence.
Rugby style.
So he gets it out to the 42. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 2, maybe a yard and a half. Saunders stands to the right of Smith. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him again. This time he cuts it back to the right. He's going to be hit, and he'll pick up about a half yard. That'll bring up 3rd down. That was a good play. Somebody came in from the opposite side as he was making his cut.
His nose guard. That's 300 on 160. He didn't win that battle.
So it looks like they want to measure.
That's short. But this give them some time to think. Well, no, it's not very short, is it?
So they'll stretch the chains and
closer than I thought.
Yeah, about a half a football for the first down.
Run it.
See, now here's the thing is, this is an age-old argument that goes on and on by everybody that ever watches football and on Twitter is quarterback's in that shotgun and you're a half a football away.
You got the jumbo in right now. You're not getting shotgun.
Yeah, that's what I like.
The 3rd down is short for the Tigers.
But you got a 300-pound nose guard you got to go through.
3rd down, 3rd and short. Smith under center. He's just going to sneak it. They're going to push him across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County to make 1st and 10 Tigers on the run by Smith.
Just the old wedge block it. They just
do it again.
Oh, that's just aggressive football. I love that right there. I mean, it just makes your team feel more confident, and it's just a toughness that you don't get with a lot of that spread offense.
Now they'll go 3 receivers left, 2 to the far side, empty backfield. First down, 1st and 10. Here comes a man in motion left side. They're going to swing it out to him. That's Gray. Cuts it up the field at the 50. There's a penalty flag. You're going to get a hold.
Got 3 pass interference, going to call a hold on us.
Yep. Well, the official on this side is the one that called it. He's the one probably getting the earful.
Do you think anybody on this sideline hollered hold? It may have been. I didn't see it. All I saw was Jack Gray made a great cut to get the extra yardage when he.
So it is a hold right at the 47. They'll move it back inside the 40, back inside to about the 37. So that'll bring up first down, 1st and 20 now. Drive killers. Heyman and Gray out to the right. Rose here to the near side. McGee in the slot over here to the left. Now Wilkes goes in motion. They look that way. They come back to McGee, and they're going to get him right there. They weren't fooled on that one. They were trying to show motion right with Wilkes. Let McGee sneak out from the left side, and the Bulldogs played that one perfectly.
That was almost just like a naked throw. That was supposed to be a, sneak him out there by himself, nobody see him. Well, there's 2 or 3 of them saw him. So, I mean, they didn't fool him very much.
So they bring 2nd down, 2nd and 22. Now we're going backwards again. We lose 2 on that play. 6:45 to go here in the first half. No score. This half has gone by quick.
Got single coverage down here on Wilkes.
3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking. They got him. They knocked the ball out of Smith's hands, and they're going to recover it at the 19. And another big turnover. For Hardin County.
The only thing that wasn't was a scoop and score. I mean, and I thought for a minute it could be. So
he should have. I mean,
well, Carter had that ball out away from his body, and it was a good play on their part to swat it out of his hands. And ball security.
Well, I mean, under that kind of pressure, he should have just eaten it.
Yep. So they bring up first down, 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap, looking to throw. Trying to, in the corner of the end zone. He goes up. Did he make the grab?
He made it.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. So they get the turnover.
He wasn't holding the football when he got up.
And
football was down there in the corner.
They go to the end zone, and they get the touchdown. And after the turnover, the Bulldogs grabs the lead with 6:16 to go here in the second quarter. Westbrook will hold. I didn't see who was kicking. Say awaits a snap. The snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Bulldogs, they bite first. After the turnover by the Tigers, with 6:16 to go here in the second quarter, 7-0 your score. Milan on top. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football. Milan goes on top after the turnover with 6:16 to go on a 19-yard touchdown pass. 7-0 our score. Westbrooks will kick it off, and we'll be in the end zone as Heyman goes back and grabs it, or excuse me, Irvin. But he kicks it a yard deep in the end zone.
That's their quarterback again. Man, he's got a leg.
So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 20, trailing 7-0 now. We've had a lot of good things happen, especially offensively and defensively, but we find ourselves behind.
Well, I mean, their turnovers deep in our territory, which is like a punt. Our turnover is in the red zone. So, I mean, go figure. Better turnover for them than it was us.
Smith in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Quick throw, complete to Gray at the 25, and he'll be swarmed under there.
Good game, though.
But a gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play. Got what he could. They had about 3 or 4 guys out there, though, 4 on 2, but we pick up 6, and it'll be second down, 2nd and 4. Good crowd on hand for the Bulldogs and for the Tigers. As a long trip over here to Milan, Tennessee, northwest part of the state. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Has running room at the 30, breaks the tackle at the 40, going down the sideline at the 50, and he'll be wrestled down from behind at the, what is that, 41-yard line. That'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers, and what a good run. Good, hard, tough run.
Choo! Yeah, choo! Saunders and Gray, they came to play. We need some more.
That's all you can say. He broke through there so fast it just went choo.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers as they try to answer. 5:25 to go here in the half. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. Here's a snap. Saunders again, right side, breaks a tackle. He's at the 35, he's at the 30, still on his feet, spinning around. Now
Come on, pushy, pushy.
As they're pushing him across the 25 down to about the 24. That'll be enough for Hardin County make 1st and 10 Tigers.
I mean, that's those big linemen getting 20 yards downfield to help
and
push.
Saunders, too, at the line of scrimmage, he's making that open
He's
cut.
making that guy miss.
Yeah, he is.
Terrell Estes, Bailey Huggins, Raymond Poirier, Chase Kelly, and Wade Banhouse. And they're making an impact.
Good to see Kelly back out there after getting banged up last week.
Now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. They're going from the north to the south. Shotgun formation, Saunders a tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Looking for a little bit of running room. He just ducks his head and plows forward. About the 21.
8 in the box and 3 in coverage.
He'll pick up about 3. Maybe 2, I guess. Second down, 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Clock rolling, 4:15 to go here in the first half.
Come on, boys.
7-0 our score. Bulldogs on top. They just scored after a turnover. The Tigers turned it over deep in their own territory. They went one play, 19 yards. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right and left. Now Saunders goes left in the outside, and here's a pass to McGee that will go off his fingertips at the 15-yard line and out of bounds.
No, that's Reed Head in there at left guard, not Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly must still be out from last week.
Good call. He had first down. Makes a catch.
So to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Clock stops with 3:51 to go on the incomplete pass. The Bulldog fans getting up over here. Tiger fans getting into it. Big 3rd down play here for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left. They're in tight. And now Coach Smith hustles down, and he calls a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them. 3:51 to go here in the half. 7-0 our score. Bulldogs on top. This timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football right here on your voice of the Tigers, 93.5 FM. Third down, 3rd and 8. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires over the middle, right through the hands of Gray at the 15-yard line, and that one was a BB.
Brings up 4th down and 8.
And Jack unable to come up with it on the 3rd down play, and that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 8.
Oh, it's a good call. They brought the linebackers up. Nobody there. Ball goes through his hand. I mean,
Saunders comes back in the game now. They'll send Heyman and Gray out here to the near side. McGee and Wilkes to the right. Clock stopped at 3:47 to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Saunders to the left of Smith. Here's a snap. Drops back. Throws it over the middle. Complete down to about the 15-yard line as they tried to set up a screen.
You got 3 linemen just standing there.
You had 3 linemen right there, and Wilkes, the 3 linemen stopped running. Wilkes kept going, and he's going to be stopped short. So the Tigers will turn it over on downs down at the Bulldogs' 15-yard line. Had it set up, but we forgot to go block. So the Bulldogs will come out first down, 1st and 10 with 3:40 to work with here in the first half, leading 7-0. Westbrooks in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to his receiver. He makes a move there, gets outside, and then he's going to be knocked down at the 20-yard line. He left somebody standing still back in the backfield. And once he got around him, he picked up about 7 on the carry.
he's got quick feet, too.
That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs as they look over to the sideline. Westbrooks, he does it all, and he's having to run back and forth from the sideline and back into the huddle. This time he'll send 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Carr, the tailback, to his left, 4-man front for the Tigers. Now a man goes in motion left. Here's a snap. Looking, fires down the field, and it's going to be intercepted.
Good job. Attaboy.
DeAndre Sparks gets the interception as he's got in front of Brown. And the Tigers take it back over on the 2nd interception at the 47-yard line with 3:25 to go.
We got to make something happen now.
Hey, real good coverage. I mean, DeAndre was in a great spot. Ball was kind of thrown a little bit behind the receiver. He tips it to himself, makes the play.
So now the Tigers in business, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Irving. Just running with the football to the left at the 45, inside the 45, down to about the 44. Good pickup on 1st down. It'll be a 2nd down, 2nd and 7. The ball spotted at the 44 of the Bulldogs. So 2 turnovers by the Bulldogs, both interceptions, one by Wilkes, one by Sparks. And then the Tigers fumble one away deep in our own territory, and that's the difference in the game.
When your defense is working for you, you gotta give it back.
2 receivers right, 2 here to the near side. Now man in motion left. Smith looking, fires over the middle. This one is tipped up in the air. It's going to be caught by Wilkes on the tip at the 35 down to the 30.
Oski.
And that'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 as that ball was tipped forward. He was trying to get Irving over the middle, and it was tipped away, and Wilkes, Johnny on the spot, grabbed it out of the air and moved it to the 30-yard line with 2:22 to go here in the first half.
Milan did a great job. They diagnosed it and broke on the ball and tipped it in there. They just tipped it to the wrong guy.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers. 2 receivers here to the near side, Heyman and Gray. Wilkes to the far side, Irvin the tailback. Here's a snap. They'll fake it to him looking right. Now he'll fire down the sideline, complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Attaboy.
Wilkes got a step on him, and Smith hit him in stride, and he got inside the pylon, and the Tigers cut into the lead 7-6 with 1:55 to go here in the first half.
Little things like extra points get to be big in this kind of game.
Smith will hold. Foster to kick. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick spinning toward the upright. Is it good? It's good. New score, Hardin County 7, Milan 7. 1:55 to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. 3 plays, 47 yards. Smith hits Wilkes on a 30-yard touchdown pass. That touchdown drive was powered by Jones Motor Company, and touchdown sponsored by Reynolds Law Firm, and the extra point good. And the Tigers have tied it up with 1:55 to go here in the first half, 7-7. So after the turnover, we get a touchdown.
Yeah, and really a great throw and great catch. The coverage was there. There wasn't but about a yard separation. Wilkes makes a play.
Here's a kick. It's going to be taken at the 25, at the 35. That's Carr at the 40, 45, and then he's going to be wrestled out of bounds right about the 50-yard line. So we got a man down as well at about the 42.
Run out of bounds by Sparks.
Sparks on the tackle.
Maybe Jack Gray.
I didn't see what happened. He may have got caught up in.
He got hit earlier, and I thought that he was kind of looking like his bell got rung.
Can't tell what they're if they're looking at his leg or what. Now they're going to stretch his right leg out. Maybe it's something with his right leg. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this.
Good.
First down, 1st and 10, Milan. Westbrook complete at the 50-yard line, and he'll get away from one defender and then run down by Tarver. A pickup of about 6, maybe 7. That was Gray, and he ran off under his own power.
That's the second time Tanner's been in the right spot, just hadn't wrapped up.
Yeah, I mean, we've got about 3 missed tackles in the game that would have made a little bit of a difference.
Second down, 2nd and 3. Here's a snap. Hand off to Carr. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going nowhere. Smith there, then Gray comes up and knocks Carr backwards. But now Milan will take a quick timeout.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
It'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd.
A pretty good spot there.
I'd say so. He was hitting the backfield, I thought. But anyway, it looks like they're giving him the line of scrimmage where he was at.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd down and 5 when we return. Let's take an Orange Blossom Floors timeout. We'll be back right after this.
You look
Stay
good.
with us at halftime as, the Central Bank halftime report along with the Tiger report coming your way. Third down, 3rd and 5. Here's a snap. Westbrook looking, fires. His receiver falls down, gets up, and then he hits him in the shoulder pads, and it falls incomplete.
It's a good ball.
Turf Monster got him.
Hey,
It's a real good ball.
Yeah. Tell him how good that is.
That was perfect.
You hit a man while he's falling down. You hit him
Hit him in the
and
face.
hit him in the numbers, yeah.
So that'll
Great
bring up
throw.
4th down at the 46-yard
Say, it's
line.
It's
Westbrook
I
is
wouldn't do
your
this
punter.
for anything.
So we'll see. Back deep is Wilkes. 1:13 to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
Watch the fake.
Here's a snap. Westbrook. He'll punt it away. A good high spiraling kick away from Wilkes.
Go in the end
It's
zone.
going to hit and go into the end zone for the touchback. So the Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line with 1:13 to go with and 2 timeouts.
Steve, I think that was a coffin corner kick. When was the last time you saw one of those?
Well, I know this. The last couple of teams that we played, other than Liberty, but Lexington and this team here, their kicking game has been outstanding.
Oh, yeah. We got to get that soccer program really going good at the high school so we can have us a kicker.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Smith brings them to the line, receiver to the right. Irving in at tailback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him, trying the right side. Has a little bit of running room, and then he's going to be knocked down after a gain of about 2.
Irving, the ball carrier, brought down by Trey Spinks.
So the clock running. Under a minute to go here in the half.
Well, we're going to get the ball back, start second half. You're probably not going to see a lot of risky moves made by Hardin County.
Running on first down, you trying to make it to half.
Now they'll line up, tight formation to the left. Shotgun formation for Smith. Irvin beside him to the left. Clock at 34 seconds. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Irving, trying the right side. Still on his feet as he goes across the 25, down to about the 27-yard line. Where it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 3. And it just got real quiet in here all of a sudden.
That's kind of the way their crowd is, though.
Yes.
I mean, they either yell or they just don't yell at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's probably the last play of the game. Clock is at 5 seconds. And that'll do it for the first half. First half in the books. We got a good one going on. 7-7 our score. Milan and Hardin County. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime show. That's coming your way next.
A quick first half recap here from Milan, Tennessee. Not a whole lot going on in the first quarter there, Steve. A couple exchange punts, and then that quickly ended the first quarter, and a quick jump start into the second quarter with a big interception by Braden Wilkes, only to be given back to Milan with a Carter Smith fumble right in the red zone for Milan, and Milan capitalizes and throws a 19-yard touchdown pass to take a quick 7-0 lead. Hardin County then comes out, runs 7 plays. We turn it over on downs, and then DeAndre Sparks come up with a big turnover. And then Hardin County runs 3 plays for 30 yards with a Smith to Wilkes touchdown pass, and that's where we're at right now with a 7-7 halftime score.
Well, another classic between these two teams. I think 7 points was a difference a couple of years ago, 7 points last year, and then here we are all knotted up at 7. So takeaways from the first half, Kurt. Tigers came out. They looked really good on the defense. You mentioned the line of scrimmage looked like it's being won by both sides of the defensive ball.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are 7 points on the board because they had one-on-one coverages, and both of them won the battles and scored, and really evenly matched. They've got talent. They got speed. This game ought to come down, I would say, at the end, very much like it did this half. It's going to be a dogfight, I think, to the end.
Yeah, I agree. Kendall, first half, we had some opportunities, missed on a few. They did as well. But it's been a battle of turnovers. Their score comes over, our score comes after a turnover.
Yeah, and I think, our turnover, the biggest thing is just the emphasis on security. Another thing, too, and, when our defense is working for us and they're generating turnovers and they're giving us the ball, this is really the first instance that I can think of all year where we really need that turnover. And when we get that turnover, we've got to at least flip the field and get them deep in their own territory if we do have to punt it. So I really like to see how we ended the first half there, knotting this thing up at 7. So I'm interested to see, our approach coming out here, getting the ball in the second half.
All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Tiger Report. Haley Hardin will step in. She'll get us caught up on all the other action going on around Hardin County High School sports. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one here. 7-7 our score at halftime. Hardin County and Milan. We'll be back from Milan, Tennessee right after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell bringing you all the action right here from Milan, Tennessee, as the Bulldogs and the Tigers hooked up in a 7-7 tie. It's time now for the Tiger Report. Haley Hardin will get us caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. The Tiger bowling teams kept their season rolling this week. Last Saturday, they hosted the Fall Bash at the Savannah Bowling Center. The girls defeated Franklin 21-2. Bartlett 23-0, and Stewart's Creek 15-8. High games went to Caitlin Woodard with a 200, Gracie Franks with a 204, Emily King had 201 and 204, Ava Alexander scored 214, and Macy Brumley had scores of 223 and 245. The boys defeated Franklin 18-5, Bartlett 21.5 to 1.5, and Stewart's Creek 23-2. Games over 200 went to Ben Howard, who had a 201 and a 251. Michael Spears, who bowled a 211 and 217. Peyton Napper, who bowled a 201 and 256. And Weston Heath, who rolled a 235 and 268. The girls moved to 6-0 on Tuesday. They traveled to Dyersburg to take on Dyer County. The girls won 22-1. High games went to Ava Alexander with a 200 and Millie Brumley with a 206. The boys won 18 games to 5. High scorers were Peyton Napper with a 210 and Zach Thompson with a 211. The boys are now 5-1 on the season. Next Tuesday, the Tiger bowling teams will travel to Bartlett to take on Brighton. The Hardin County High School band, the Pride, competed in the Tennessee Valley Invitational Contest in Muscle Shoals, Alabama over the weekend. The Pride earned all superior ratings in drum major, percussion, color guard, and band. The band also placed second in their division and was voted fan favorite. Congratulations to the Pride. Tiger football will be back in action next week, taking on Pure Academy at 7 o'clock at Jim Carroll Stadium for the last regular season home game of the season. Make sure you tune in to K93 or watch on YouTube at Slice93. Be sure to stick around for the halftime report brought to you by WQTR Tiger Radio with yours truly, Haley Hardin.
Next week, great job, by the way, Haley.
Thank
Next
you.
week is senior night
It
for
is.
the football team and a lot of the band members and dance team members, cheerleaders. And also a big week. Is it next week? Is it Meet the Tigers? Is that coming up? When is that coming up? In a couple of weeks?
I'm not sure when Meet the I haven't been told
or y'all
that,
have some
but we're
kind of
having a Tiger night November 12th.
November
where
the 12th. Yeah.
So like the middle school's playing, we're playing, the boys are playing, everybody's playing.
So you can get a sneak peek.
Yes.
And then the 15th is opening night for Hardin County High School basketball, as the Lady Tigers will tip it off at 6 p.m. Lawrence County in the town for that one, and away we go.
Yep, season starts.
Season starts, that's right. But, yeah, I knew something was going on. I thought it was a little bit sooner than that. But senior night next week, Pure Academy coming to town, so it'll be a big night. Tailgate party starts at 5, and the Tiger Walk at 5:55, and it'll be the last one of the regular season. And then the kickoff at 7 p.m. Great job as always.
Thank you.
You didn't like your press box up here? It's nice.
You know, I mean, it's better than being outside. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's good, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, the door opens and it hits people, and
Yeah.
you know, they should fix
Everybody
that.
wants to go out our
I
door.
know, like there's another side over here.
Yeah, I think that way all the time. You know,
Yeah.
go down there.
That's
Go
what I'm
down there.
saying.
The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd. We're at halftime. We're all knotted up at 7, so don't go anywhere. Great second half coming your way right here on 93.5 FM. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more of the Central Bank halftime report and show when we return right after this. Welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. We're at halftime, 7-7 our score. It's homecoming night here at Bulldog Stadium as got a lot of dancing going on at midfield there. Kirk, good first half. This is kind of how we played, these 3 games that we've had marked. They've kind of all been this way as we move into the second half, just anybody's game. And, these are the type of games where we come out, we really need to establish something here, maybe get a score on the board somehow and make them fight their way back.
Well, and every coach you say, talk about the last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half and the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
We won the last 5 minutes of the first half, so we'll see if we can come out and establish something offensively to win the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Well, I've seen probably 2 teams that are pretty evenly matched, don't you think?
Oh, I think so. I think they got more dynamic speed than we have. I think we've been more aggressive than they have. So, it's kind of played both ways. Really, just 2 individual plays, their wide receiver and our wide receiver, making a play to each one of us get a score, and everything's fluff in between that. And the turnovers, they had what? 2?
They had 2, we had 1.
We had 1. We scored off one of theirs, and they scored 1 off ours. So, good game. Just kind of what we expected. It still kind of fascinates me that we've had no in-between games where we're like ahead, 10 points at half, and then we end up winning the game by 17 points or a one-score game coming down to the last drive, where you're kind of comfortable, but it could still be anybody's game. But we've had blowouts and losses. It's kind of a weird year the way it's played out so far.
Well, what's weird as the Tigers came out, now Coach Smith is sending his troops back to the locker room as they added another 11 minutes. It is homecoming night, so their band hasn't even played, so they're going to come out and perform here at halftime.
That'd be a pretty good motivator. Tell your team that they've scheduled y'all for their homecoming. That ought to make them at least a little mad about having to be another team's homecoming.
Well, to remind you, your Sports Saturday starts in the morning at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach. Dave McGinnis and Doug Matthews will get you ready for SEC football. And then me and Kirk will be in with Coach Smith. We'll talk Tiger football. We'll talk about tonight's game and then get you ready for next week, senior night at Jim Carroll Stadium as Pure Youth Academy comes in for the final regular season game. And then the following week, we'll be at home with a playoff game. We don't really know. Maybe it'll be clearer after tonight. There's a couple of teams that are fighting for some positions that are playing each other tonight over in the middle Tennessee bracket. So we'll see tomorrow if it's a little bit clearer who we may or be playing in round 1. Right now, it comes down, I think, to a battle of Creekwood and Lawrence County. So we'll see how it hashes out over there. It looks like Pearl-Cohn will be number 1. Marshall County will get in there at number 2. They visited us last year in round 1. And then Creekwood, Greenbrier, I think, and also Lawrence County battling for those last couple of spots. So that's what it looks like. On our side, it's pretty cut and dry. Lexington will get the number 1 spot. Then Hardin County, looks like Chester County probably get number 3. And then Southside will be playing Lexington at the end of the year. We'll see how that one comes out to see if they can sneak in. So, anyway, that's the way it well, I think it will be Southside, as a matter of fact, because I think they've defeated Liberty and McNary's. So, it looks like that'll be your top 4 going into the playoffs. Let's take a timeout. The Bulldog Band has made their way out onto the field to perform for this homecoming crowd. As we'll tell you your score at halftime, Hardin County 7, Milan 7. We'll be back with more from Milan, Tennessee right after this. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, the WKWX app, and streaming live on YouTube channel Slice 93. Appreciate any way that you're tuning in and joining us on this Friday night. A great night for football, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures are just right for a fall Friday evening, and we got a great football game coming on as the Tigers and the Bulldogs are all knotted up at 7. So Hardin County will get the kickoff to start the third quarter. So, Kurt, Coach Smith, what do you think? Maybe try to establish a little bit of the run game and mix it up a little bit more than he has.
No, I think it's pretty much. We will have to throw the football. I mean, in the game. That's kind of our bread and butter. And, you know, we asked Coach on one of those sports talks deals, and this game is kind of a good example, is what do we do when we're not scoring with, you know, those big plays, big explosive plays, 60, 70-yard touchdowns to Wilkes and Heyman. And this game we hadn't been able to do that. We made one big play and one score. So they've kind of got the defense to play against that, and we've got the defense to play against them. So it's toss-up right now coming in the second half. I imagine we'll keep doing pretty much what we were doing and just try to execute better.
Well, Milan's quarterback, Westbrook, he's been all everything for them. He quarterbacks, punts, kicks off, and I'm not sure if he returns or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he does. The only thing that's not going his way are those 2 interceptions. Other than that, he's got it going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost been like a mirror image of each other. They've thrown a couple of bad throws. You know, like that throw that he had to Heyman and down the sideline. He hits that. Heyman's got 3 steps. If he hits him in stride, that's going to be another score. But they've also made 2 bad throws that were behind the receivers that cost them turnover. You know, that's the thing, you know, coaches talk about miss in the right place when you throw the ball. And they got the tip ball on us, and Wilkes was able to get the tip instead of them and got a first down out of it. But, you know, it's kind of mirror images. They've had good throws, bad throws, us too, and they've got 2 turnovers, and we've got the 1. We gave them the ball in the red zone. So, I mean, pretty evenly matched the way the whole thing's gone so far.
Well, both teams and both coaching staffs, they like these type of games, especially late in the year. Both teams headed to the playoffs. They pretty much, you talk about mirror each other, they mirror each other as well. 6-2. They're 3-1 in their region. We're 4-1 in our region. And like I said, 2 pretty evenly skilled football teams, 2 well-coached football teams, and the second half should be a good one. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the second half kick when we return. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this. All right, Westbrooks will set it down at the 40-yard line. They'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone. Back deep will be Irving and Wilkes for the Tigers as we get ready for the start of the third quarter. 7-7 our score here from Milan, Tennessee. Here's a high end-over-end kick. This one will be returnable at the 5, 10, 15, 20, Breaks the tackle there. Still on his feet at the 30-yard line. Still on his feet. And then he's going to get knocked down. That's Wilkes on the carry at about the 32-yard line.
Wilkes on the return. McCockar on the tackle.
So Wilkes on the return and a good one. And now
Timeout on the field for an injured.
they have an injured player at the 20-yard line. So, man, what a weapon when you can kick it in the end zone or get it down there inside the 5. It was a good high end-over-end kick. And,
yeah, you need to get a kicking school development system in Hardin County so you can just reload with some really good kickers. You can start pushing that on the radio.
that I need to?
Yeah.
Are you saying?
Well, you've got the microphone.
Well,
You're retired, though.
I'm retired. Yeah, you're retired. I mean, I'm retired from kicking. You know, I did win the punt, pass, and kick.
You did. You won 2 punt, pass, and
No,
kick.
I won 4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So make sure we get it right. I got the trophies at home.
So you were like one of those that peaked at 12.
I peaked at 8. Started growing hair on my legs at 9. Matured.
Yeah, that'd be a good. I'm sure you know a lot about soccer style kicking.
Yeah. All right, the injured player will come off under his own power. They were talking about their injuries. They said they had 21 kids injured off this team. First down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Here's a snap. They give it to Saunders, right side, gets outside, going down the sideline at the 39 and knocked out of bounds. And they start the third quarter with Jacob Saunders back there at tailback. He's had a heck of a ball game in the first half.
Looked like he got about a Charlie horse on that one. He got hit right in the thigh pretty good on the sideline.
Yep, he's rubbing it too. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 3. A pickup of 7 on the play. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 on the far side. Shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap. They give it to Saunders again, and he'll have enough for the first down. He goes across the 45 to about the 46-yard line.
Some good line play, too. I mean, he snuck in behind those big linemen, and nobody could really get a hand on him until he got past 4 yards. And
wash, rinse, repeat.
Yes, sir. You're right.
I mean, look down there on the field. They were talking about their injured players. I see 1, 2, 3 with crutches, and then some more in boots. First down, 1st and 10. Hardin County Bank, 1st and 10. Here's Saunders again as he'll pick up a couple off the right side down to about the 49. A little bit shy of the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 3.
He's got really good speed. Yeah. He's got that ability to plant that foot.
3-4 yards every carry.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. They'll spot it at the 49 of the Tigers. This drive started at their own 20. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Saunders to the left. Now Saunders goes in motion to the left, sets up inside. Here's a quick throw. Complete to Gray. Turns upfield at the 45. Pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers as Gray back in the game after being injured earlier on a kick return.
You know, moving that back out onto the wing. I haven't seen that. Did they do that last week? I haven't seen it all year.
That's just started this week.
Yeah, he's giving them a different look on the offense by doing that.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Here's a snap. Saunders left side. Cuts it back to the middle of the field, and this time he'll be driven backwards. But he picks up a couple.
He's still in that 3-yard range.
Spinks on the tackle for the Bulldogs. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7. A pickup of 3.
Brings up 2nd down
to the 37. Now Gray and Heyman and McGee spread out to the right. Wilkes over here to the near side. Saunders will stand to the right of Smith in the shotgun formation. They look like they want to come. Here they come. They'll get it out quickly to Heyman, and he'll drop the football. He has some room to run, and he kept looking up, seeing if somebody was coming to get him, and he dropped the football, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That just hurts because you got Big McGee out there getting the block for you. I mean, he had 10 yards to run.
Yeah, and he's got the wheels to do it. He just forgot the main thing. Take the ball with you.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7 at the 37 of the Bulldogs. Smith marking out the call. 2 receivers right, 2 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Saunders, the tailback, to his right. Here's a snap. Here's a drop, and now here's a flag. And what are they going to get? A false start on who?
We never did out. No. We're never on the same page, any of them.
Unsettled.
Yeah. Everybody was looking around, still trying to figure out what they were doing. Gosh.
So that puts it back to the 43 now. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Carter will send 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Saunders, the tailback, to his right. Now Coach Smith is highly upset. I don't know if he didn't like the call or they misaligned or what, but he ain't happy.
Well, he's mad at it. Did it twice.
Yeah, and we're having a timeout call because of that. He wants to talk to his team. We'll take a timeout with him. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this.
Can't beat yourself in a
That timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Floors. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 12 as the Tigers have to burn a timeout here early. 9:45 to go here in the 3rd. 7-7 our score. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Has time, fires, has a man open, complete at the 10, 5, boom, touchdown Tigers.
There's that big play we were talking about, right on target.
Heyman goes in for the score.
Smith to Heyman for the touchdown.
As he got a couple of steps on his man, Smith hit him in stride, and the Tigers go on top, 13-7.
Pretty good 3rd and 13 play.
Saunders in the kick. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. It's blocked. Come off that right side and it's blocked. 9:36 to go. That touchdown brought to you by Reynolds Law Firm. Tigers on top, 13-7. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Another mistake, though.
Nolan Foster for the extra point. Anyway, it was blocked off the edge.
Well, I
and
mean,
the Tigers.
We almost beat ourselves.
13-7.
You know, in a game like this, you definitely don't want to beat yourself. That's why Coach Smith called that timeout. They were misaligned, and he got on them pretty good. But I mean, mistakes like that, you can't keep doing them.
Here's a kick by Nolan, a squirty-looking kick. Caught on the run at the 25, and then he trips over the 40-yard line and falls down at the 45.
That scoring drive, Steve, was powered by Jones Motor Company. 7 plays, 68 yards, a 43-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Cam Heyman, and with a blocked extra point. Hardin County leads 13-7.
See, I mean, like that kick. That kick's supposed to land behind that front line, and they've been able to come up and catch it on the run. Yeah. And, I mean, they're on a dead sprint when they catch it. Now the ball, is at the 44-yard line. Should be at the 35.
First down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Westbrook's the quarterback. He'll hand it to his tailback, hitting the backfield and knocked down. Good play there.
Is that Tarver?
Yep. No, I mean, Jaquan Keel on the tackle.
Brings up second down and 10.
Got him in the backfield, and they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 10. Westbrooks brings them to the line. Carr, the tailback, to his right. Receiver left. 2 here to the near side. 4-man front. Now man comes in motion near side. Here's a snap. They're going to get it out to the receiver, looking for a block. Gets one, going down the line of scrimmage, and it'll be down the line, and it'll be knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
We got to try to get off those blocks.
Well, what you can't do in that situation is our inside defender went to the right around his guy, and our outside corner went around to the outside. That left the inside block. All the guy had to do was split the block.
He got to the sideline. That's all it took, and moved it quickly into Tiger territory. First down, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 39. Man in motion left. Here's a snap. Looking to his right. It's going to be complete, and he'll be dropped right there. Tanner and Blankenship on the tackle, but he picks up to about the 31. A good pickup of about 7. It'll be second down, 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up second down and 3.
Milan kind of got their little thing going on now, too.
Second down, 2nd and 3. 8:19 to go here in the third quarter. Hardin County on top, 13-7. Westbrooks brings them to the line. Receiver right, receiver left this time. Now he'll go over and move his slot man to his left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Carr, trying the left side. He's going to be hit and slung down, but I think he's going to have enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's Weeks on the tackle for the Tigers. It is enough for a Bulldog first down to the 28-yard line. So good drive here to open their third quarter for the Bulldogs. They trail 13-7.
Need to force another mistake.
Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Fires down in the corner of the end zone. Has a man there, and he's going to be incomplete. They're wanting pass interference. Good coverage by the Tigers. That was
Blankenship.
Yeah,
Blankenship out there on coverage.
I mean, I'm a little biased, but I thought that was pretty good coverage.
Always good coverage. He's looking back for the ball, trying to make a play, and he ran the receiver towards the sideline without pushing him or anything. He just stayed with him step for step. It would have had to have been just a one-handed great catch by them. So give a nod to Blankenship, gets a win there. That's what they scored on a minute ago.
Second down, 2nd and 7. Now they'll split 2 out to the left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Westbrooks will keep it, and he will get it to his big tight end, but he's quickly dropped there by Tibble.
Great play. That's that open field tackle we've been missing.
Yeah, you got to have people that, I mean, it's hard on anybody with a good running back or receiver in space, but you need that. If you got guys that can make tackles out in space one-on-one, you're ahead of the game.
Got to bring up third down, 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 26 of the Tigers. Here's a snap. Westbrooks looking, fires to the left side, has his running back still on his feet across the 20-yard line to the 19, but he's going to be short. I think it's going to be close. I thought he was about a yard short.
It's 4. They're not even measuring.
Yeah. So it is 4th down. He's a couple of yards short, as a matter of fact. That was a good play. That was his safety valve out there. He wanted to go deep.
Well, and that's your one-on-one tackle out in space. We just didn't make it that time, you know.
So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 1, and the Bulldogs will go for it from the Tigers' 19-yard line. They need the 18. 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Hardin County holding on to a 13-7 lead. Westbrooks gets them lined up. He'll go under center, and now they'll have to take a timeout. They didn't like the way everybody's lining up, so the Bulldog coaching staff will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:06 to go here in the third. 13-7 our score. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Fourth down, 4th and 1. Westbrooks under center, man in motion. Pitches it out to his tailback. He'll have the first down.
That's a hold.
That's a hold. And we got a hold.
And they got it.
Finally, they threw the flag.
Turn your lights back on.
So they got the strobe lights out. They'll have to cut those off. And a big holding penalty on the receiver. Of course, the Bulldogs don't like it, but they stretched his shirt off.
You know,
Just about. And
great play call.
Any play goes to the outside and your defender is having to try to run backwards to it.
Yeah.
It's because he's being held.
Looking over his shoulder, too.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, he didn't have to hold him. He grabbed him there toward the end and really pulled his jersey away from him.
Oh, he held him all the way down for about 7 yards.
Well, the Bulldog fans are not happy, and Tiger fans are.
Well, it did happen downfield, so, I mean, it's not going to put them in too tenuous a situation. Instead of 4th and 1, it's
4th and 1, 4th and 5.
Yeah.
Clock stopped at 5:58 to go here in the third. And now Milan is going to call another timeout. And he's going to go and talk to the official. And he's not happy.
Which is wasting his time.
He's wasting his time. And he actually touched the official. But there he goes, and he just cost him another 15.
That hurt him there.
That's a terrible, terrible coaching job by Milan's coach because there's no reason for him to complain. It was a clean hold.
Well, he's wasting his time arguing, too.
And then called his timeout, his second time out. They're down to 1. So they'll move it back. Let's take a timeout with them. We'll straighten it all out when we come back. It is unsportsmanlike on their coach. Let's take a quick timeout, an Orange Blossom timeout coming your way. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM.
To go.
All right, 4th down, 4th and 20 at the Tigers' 37-yard line. They're going to go for it. Here's a snap. Looking, fires downfield. Got a man breaking open. It's going to be complete at the 1-yard line. That's why they went for it. They had single coverage out there, and we got beat.
Just ran right by Sparks. And the one thing you cannot let happen.
So it was 4th down, 4th and 20. They pick up the first down and plus get it down to the 1-yard line. Now the Tiger defense is in some deep trouble.
Wolf.
I mean, we let them off the hook. Their coach Made a terrible mistake. Almost cost them right there. Decided to go ahead and go for it. And they picked it up.
That was really a weird situation. I don't know exactly what happened.
Here's a snap. They give it to Carr, trying to get outside. There's another hole. This time he's going to be hit in the backfield and loses back a yard. That's Sparks on the tackle there, along with Tanner.
Yeah, he made up for it there.
Brings up second down and goal.
If he does it 3 more times, he'll.
So they lose a yard, back to 2.
They'll still put points on the board.
I don't know. I can't believe they went for it on 4th and 15. That shouldn't ever happen. I mean, Cardinal saying if your defensive back is in a 4th and long situation, you just don't ever get beat deep. I mean, that's preached from the time you're in Pee Wee ball.
Jones in at tailback now, as they'll send the receiver to the right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Jones. He's hit in the backfield, just driving forward. Did he get in the end zone? Touchdown, Milan. He was hit in the backfield, and we couldn't wrap him up. And he lunged forward and goes into the end zone. So what could have been a great defensive stop for the Tigers ends up in a touchdown for Milan, and they tie it up at 13-13. And the kick is Abels. Westbrook will hold. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-13 our score. 4:32 to go here in the third. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back after this. Well, after Milan had it 4th down and 20, they go for it on our side of the field, and they hit their receiver at the 1, and then they take it in on a second down play from 2 yards out. Now, what do we got going on is they all line up, and they're going to squib it. Did we get it?
He touched it before.
Yeah, it's our ball.
Yeah. But we didn't react right.
No.
We got to go get that football.
You got a guy that can kick in the end zone, and you choose to do that.
Yeah.
Hardin County gets the ball at the 50-yard lines. They try an onside kick, and after they score and go up by 1, they're going to give us a ball at the 50-yard line, and this.
He touched it at the 49 and a half. If he'd let it go another foot, he could have gotten it.
Well, what he got is he got one of his players injured out there at the 50 because there was a collision between him and Keel, and he's still on the ground. So the Tigers will have it. 1st down, 1st and 10 at their 50. We got an injury timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 4:32 to go here in the third. 14-13 our score. Milan on top. We'll be back right after this. Hardin County has the football. Smith hands it off to Saunders, trying to get outside. He's hit in the backfield, and loses back
Loss of 3 brings up second
to
down
the
and
48. They'll lose 3. It'll be second down, second and 13. And, man, what an unusual turn of events in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Why in the world would you kick an onside kick, give us a ball in a short field when you got a guy kicking in the end zone up by 1? Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete to Gray. Makes a move to the inside. Breaks a tackle at the 45, at the 40. Spun down. Close to the 35. They'll spot him at the 37. It'll be enough for a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. Good move there by Jack Gray.
Man, I like Jack a lot.
Yeah, he's got quicks in him.
Sean Holloway on the tackle for the Bulldogs. The 1st and 10.
And as a quarterback, you love a guy that you can throw it right to and he gets upfield.
Well, if you don't, if you catch a ball with your back to your goal line, you got to be quick or you're just going to get mopped.
First down, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Bulldog 37. Saunders in at tailback. Now they'll stack it up here to the near side with Gray and Heyman. Wilkes to the right. Looking left, looking, still looking. Under pressure, fires downfield. He's been held all over the place, and they're not going to call anything. Oh, my goodness.
He just threw right away, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't there early.
So that'll be second down, 2nd and 10.
Brings up second down and 10.
3:16 to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass as they try to get Heyman in the end zone, and I think Carter did just kind of get rid of it.
I know one thing. If we had a halfback pass, every time we run the ball wide, everybody comes up.
2 receivers left, 3 to the right now. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Smith is going to keep it, and he'll go across the 35 to the 34.
Smith on the quarterback keeper. Trey Spinks on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Gain of 3.
Tackled by Spinks, and that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 7. As he got it to the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Big third down play. Wilkes checking in late. Saunders will go out, so they'll go 3 wide to this side. Wilkes in at tailback. Rose will be on the opposite side. They'll go diamond formation. The receivers to the left. Here's a snap. Almost gets sacked. Carter's looking. Now he'll have to pull it down. He fumbles again. Ball's on the ground, and the Bulldogs are going to have it.
I think he's going to give it to us. I don't know that he had possession until he got out of bounds. No, he's pointing that way.
So the Bulldogs will get the turnover. And the Tigers missed a golden opportunity there. As the second time we fumbled. And it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Milan at their 46-yard line.
Come on, defense.
1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Or at our 46-yard line, excuse me. 2:15 to go here in the third. 14-13 our score. Westbrook's in the shotgun formation, receiver right and left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Carr. Trying the left side. Has a little bit of running room. Now he'll go across the 45 down to about the 41-yard line. A good pickup of about 5 on the carry. Been tough sledding for Carr on the inside.
Second down and 5.
It'll be second down, 2nd and 5. They'll spot it just shy of the Tigers' 40-yard line. Boy, it's been a crazy third quarter. Tigers got the opening kickoff, took it all the way down, scored on their opening drive, missed the extra point, and since that missed extra point, it's been kind of crazy and not going our way. Actually, the extra point was blocked. Here's a handoff. Carr again, hitting the backfield. Smith's got him and then slings it down. Back at the 45.
Oh, don't you do it.
What is that?
He's throwing a flag on Smith for taunting.
What did he do?
Hardly anything. Stood over him. It's a weak penalty.
So we got a flag on the play. They got him back at the 44-yard line. And they're going to call unsportsmanlike on us, so I guess they made that one up. So they'll give them a first down. And they'll spot it at the 29-yard line of the Tigers. So Milan getting all the breaks, everything going their way right now.
We're helping them.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
First down, 1st and 10 at the 29. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap, handoff Carr, trying to get outside, just lowers his head. He's going to be held and grabbed by Tanner, and they push forward a little bit to
They blew the whistle dead back
30.
there.
Well, where are they going to spot it back at? He went back
20,
a yard.
28.
He'll pick up about a yard on the carry.
Carr, the ball carrier.
Second down. 2nd and 9. Carr will come out now.
Second down and 9.
You know, it's about the most mistakes I've seen us self-inflicted wounds in a ball game, and probably statistically when this is over, but it's the timing of them. I mean, you just get a good stop and then get a unsportsmanlike. That's just.
Jones in at tailback now. Now they'll shift right. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Jones. Right up the gut. Has some running room. He's on his feet at the 20, at the 15-yard line. I don't know what it is, but he's been able to find running room. Bigger back.
Jones, the ball carrier.
So it'll be enough for a first down, and the ball spotted at the 14.
Fourth quarter.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter as Milan is on top 14-13 as we move to the fourth. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson. It's first down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Tigers' 14-yard line. Westbrook in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap, handoff. Jones gets outside, still on his feet, hit there by Tanner and spun down at the 10. Pickup of about 4 on the carry. It'll be second down, 2nd and 6. Tigers need to get a hold here, at least maybe hold them to 3.
Second down and 5.
Take the ball away. Get away with 0.
Westbrook comes from the sideline with the play. He'll send a receiver to his right, a receiver to his left. Tailback is Jones. 4-man front for the Tigers. As they shift to the left, here's a snap. Hitting the backfield, he's running over people and then gets across the 10 to about the 6 or 7 yard line. That's going to be about 2 yards short. He's a little different back than Carr, their starter.
Oh,
bigger back too.
He's a man child. He's got all the looks. Tall, thick, strong.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 1 for the first down. The ball is at the 6 yard line. Receiver right, receiver left. Now they'll look over here to the sideline, see if they want to change the play. Now Westbrooks will step up, say something, get back in the shotgun. Here's a snap. They'll go to the right. They'll pitch it out to him. Here comes
Good
a man.
play.
Comes in.
Good play.
What a play
That's
by Kiel. As they get him back to about the 14-yard line as Kiel just come crashing in. He read it all the way. Jones comes up limping.
Yeah, he hurt his keel.
Yeah, that'll bring up 4th down as they'll spot it back to the Tigers' 13-yard line, where it'll be 4th down, 4th and 9. And now we've got 2 injured players there, or is that the same one? He just fall down.
That's the running back.
That's Jones.
That was a messed up play, too.
It was supposed to be a handoff.
That was supposed to be a handoff, and he just shovel passed it to him. Kind of like a chest pass in basketball, and I don't think he was quite ready for that. And
what a play, though.
And Kiel comes out like a bullet.
Let's take a 30-second timeout. This timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. We'll be back right after this. Your Sports Saturday starts in the morning at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach right here on 93.5 FM, followed by Sports Talk with me, Kirk, and Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game, get you set for next week, senior night at Jim Carroll Stadium. And then Tennessee and UT Martin at 11 as the Vols try to stay undefeated as the Pacers come to town. 4th down. 4th and 9, they're going to go for it again. Here's a snap, looking, throws it into the end zone. They got a receiver there, and it's going to be incomplete. They're going to call a flag on us. They're going to call a flag on Blankenship. I don't know about that. There's a lot of chicken fight going on over there. That's the same end zone where we kind of got messed up the last time we were here.
Well, they're calling a penalty against him, and he was on his bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, he was backing up trying to get to the depth of the pass and tripped on his own feet and fell down. And
well, they bailed him out again.
Yeah, that's a big one.
This same official over here, ever since he called the unsportsmanlike on the coach for Milan, everything's gone against us. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and goal from the 7. 9:45 to go. 14-13 our score, Milan on top. Receiver right, receiver left. And now we have a whistle, and what do we got?
We call timeout.
Hardin County wants to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM.
That's just one.
All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Hardin County football. We got a good one going on. 14-13 our score. Here in the 4th, 9:45 to go here in the game. Seems like Milan has had it forever.
Well, it also feels like we're getting beat 21 points.
Yeah.
It's really a 1-point game.
Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Still looking. Fires. Incomplete.
Higher ball?
Do you see a flag?
Nope.
That was a 4th down play, wasn't it? I thought they had 1st and 7 up there. Now it's 4th and 3. They didn't change it. Anyway, it's a 4th down play.
Well, the penalty gave them half distance to the goal, but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, yeah. Yeah, they gave them an automatic 1st down. That's what they did on the board. That's what I was going after. That was a 4th down play. And they tried to hit that big receiver again. And the Tigers get it on downs.
Well, college and pros is automatic 1st down.
Yeah.
If you got defensive pass interference. And
1st down, 1st and 10. Smith in the shotgun formation, receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Right up the gut. He's at the 10, and then they'll shove him back there.
Try and tackle the football.
Saunders, the ball carrier.
But let me ask y'all this. They supposedly have a real good kicker.
Yeah.
Well, I think their PAT kicker is different than the quarterback. The quarterback one kicks off. I don't think he kicks field goals.
Well, I mean, they had missed an extra point, and kicking from there wouldn't have been much different for a field goal than an extra point. And then they would have had a 4-point lead. We'd had to score a touchdown.
2nd down, 2nd and 7. Here's a snap. Handoff. Saunders cuts it back to the middle of the field at the 15-yard line. Still on his feet. Gets close to the 20. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. Man, what a good cut. Went outside, planted that foot, got back inside.
Got his pads low. They couldn't get under him, and he just drove the pile. Good run.
So 1st down, 1st and 10, ball out at the 20-yard line. Now we got some room to work with. Receiver right, receiver left. Smith in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Now they look to throw.
Oh, he's got
Fires down the field. He's got a man open. That's Heyman, and it goes right through his hands at the 45. He dropped it in like throwing it in a bucket, and we couldn't come up with it.
And every Bulldog fans know that we just missed opportunity.
If he'd have caught it, he'd have gone all the way. He had a step or two on the defender.
Man.
Just missed opportunities and mistakes. I mean, this should be we should be up 2 touchdowns right now.
So to bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10.
Come on, boys, make a play.
Now they'll send 3 out here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north. 1 receiver to the left. Saunders the tailback. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete to Gray. Looking for a block, and he has it. And he actually knocks McGee out of the way. And that play hadn't worked all night long, really.
No.
They have swarmed that one.
Pass is complete. 2-yard gain.
They'll pick up a couple on it, on the reception by Gray. And that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Clock rolling, 7:50 to go in the game. Tigers trail 14-13. Smith brings them to the line. Now he'll send 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. They're both in tight formation. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Here comes a rush. They get it complete.
Go.
Saunders at the 30, 35, 40. Gets down the sideline at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's going to be knocked down inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line.
What a block.
Goes Jacob Saunders.
And he's down. Great call. Great run after the catch. Great blocking out there on the edge.
What a block.
Saunders is down as he took a shot to the legs right about the 15-yard line.
They fell on top of it. He may have fallen on the ball.
Yeah, I think he just winded.
That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10. The Tigers have it at the Bulldog 15-yard line with 7:15 to go here in the game. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
That's
First down, 1st and 10. Tigers have it at the Bulldog 13-yard or 15-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Irvin has it left side. Now he breaks out of the pack at the 10, still on his feet, gets close to the 5. They'll shove him out of bounds at about the 7.
Good run. Good job by the offensive line.
Irvin, the ball carrier. Trace Banks on the tackle.
Now, if you're a coach, you're thinking 2-point conversion while you're calling these plays.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to have it in your
Necessity.
pocket. Yeah, it's got to be in your pocket.
Second down, second
when
and
you
1.
score.
Receiver right, receiver left. Irvin the tailback. Here's a snap. Handoff. Irvin looking for running room. Breaks across the 5-yard line.
I think he got in.
Stretches toward the goal line.
But this guy's not going to give it to us.
No.
He ain't giving us nothing all night.
They're going to spot him short, but that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first and goal from the 1.
Oh, Kirk, here we go. Jumbo, baby.
So Keel comes in along with Weeks. It'll be first and goal from the 1. Smith goes under center. Irvin the tailback. Here's a snap. Smith is going to keep it. He trips and falls down just short of the goal line.
Smith on the quarterback keeper.
I think that time it looked like that.
He was trying to go outside.
And I think one of our own players from Friendly Fire got him in the knee and knocked him down.
You got to run behind you big boys.
Yeah, well, they jammed it over center. They had 3 in the A gap.
Second down, second and goal from the 1. Here's a snap. They'll try to sneak it. They push forward. There's a big pile up. There's no signal yet. Depends on where Carter is. And they're going to say he's short. I don't know how you don't know. I mean, well, I know how you don't know. I know who the official is on that other side. He ain't going to make that call.
Good Lord. Well, why are we going back to shotgun?
So now it'll be third down and goal.
Well, if I was going to go shotgun, I'd spread everybody out. I'd go 4 wide.
You're 6 inches out, though.
Now they'll go in shotgun formation. Receiver right, receiver left. Saunders back in the game. Big third down play. And now we got to delay a game.
Can't make this up. Just a...
So that'll push us back. I mean,
lack of awareness.
the thing is over here, you've got
a jumbotron in the back of the end zone
with the time running down, play clock. Now they'll go 2 receivers here to the near side. Saunders a tailback. Now back out at the 6-yard line. Third down. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right. Fires. Complete to Big McGee. He dives toward the pylon, but they're going to say he's short right at the 1-yard line, so we're back where we started.
They're saying it's their ball, wasn't it?
Well, it was third down.
Yeah.
This cat over here has had a rough night.
Well, the back judge is one came in and said, first down, Milan. Man.
And here we go back in jumbo.
Oh, we're going.
Now we're going to go for it or we're going to kick it?
Yeah, they're going to go for it. 13 seconds left.
So the Tigers will line it up. They're going to go for it. 4th and 1. Here's a snap. They give it to Saunders. Gets to the outside. Touchdown.
No flags. Man, that's wide. There was nobody out there.
There was nobody out there, and we actually bobbled the snap.
Yeah, and the handoff.
And got it to him.
Now they got to go for 2.
And the Tigers go up with 4:52 to go, 19-14. That touchdown.
Now look at him
chopping.
He's chopping that in right now. And if it was a field goal, you've got a minute after the score.
Brought to you by
He's chopping.
Law Farm. And yeah, they've already chopped it in. 16 seconds. 2 receivers to the left. Saunders trying to get everybody lined up.
They're down 9 seconds. He doesn't know how much time's on the clock. He's calling timeout.
Here's a snap. They're rolling. They throw it into the end zone, and he was trying to get timeout.
He's screaming.
He's screaming at the official over there. He didn't give it to him as the clock was winding down.
Yeah, he's screaming timeout, timeout.
Yeah, he even run down there. The official's going to come by there, and I'll tell you, that's our buddy over there on that side.
As a reminder, next
Oh, my goodness.
senior night, where seniors will be.
All right, we'll take a timeout. 19-14 our score. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, Steve, you can go if you're ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, you can go.
Here's a pooch kick at the 30-yard line. He'll take it there, tries to get outside. Weeks will spin him out of bounds.
Tyron Brown on the kickoff return. Run out of bounds by Weeks. First and 10.
Wind picking up now.
37-yard line.
Well, just an observation, but I really think Hardin County is a lot better than Milan, or better than the score indicates. It's just
First down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Here's a snap, looking to pass. Complete at the 45. We miss a tackle there, still on his feet inside Tiger territory at the 43-yard line. As the completion was there, he spun one way, we went the other way, and he picked up some more yardage.
That's good enough for a Bulldog. First down.
got new faces in on defense. Got Irwin playing corner.
First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, handoff Carr, up the middle, has running room. He's at the 40, at the 35, and then he's going to be knocked down inside the 30 to the 29.
The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
And that's good enough for a Bulldog. First down.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Clock stops, 3:55 now. They'll crank it back up after the first down. First down, 1st and 10 at the 29. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Carr, the tailback, to the left of Westbrooks. 4-man front. Now they'll shift to the left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Carr. This time he's going to be knocked backwards. There's Keel again. Also Smith right there.
Carr stopped behind the line of scrimmage, loss of 2, brings up 2nd down and 12.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 12.
Keel on the tackle for the Tigers.
Second down, 2nd, and, well, they got 13 on the board now. Ball back at the 32-yard line. Shotgun formation, receiver right and left. Now they'll shift left again. Here's a snap. They give it to Carr. Trying that side, has running room at the 25. He's at the 20, down to about the 15-yard line, and they're just opening holes now on us.
I just don't know where our second line of defense is at.
Well, he wasn't doing anything, hadn't really gained much yardage, and then all of a sudden he's done it to the left side. Now he's done it to the right side, and it's 2:33 to go. We're down to 1 timeout. They have 1 timeout. Westbrook's in the shotgun formation. Receiver right and left. Now Carr will go to his right. Here's a snap. He almost missed the handoff. Carr goes right up the middle, and he's inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
They're doing exactly what they want to do.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, man, we can't stop anybody up front. And like Kendall said, I don't know where we are in the back seven. 1:48 to go. Second down, 2nd and 3. Westbrooks brings them out. 19 seconds on the play clock. They'll send a receiver right, receiver left. Carr with the foot, or to the left of Westbrooks. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him again, right up the middle. This time he's going to be hit and shoved backwards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Like I said, 1 timeout each. It's going to be under a minute when this one is snapped.
Yeah.
They've only got 1 timeout too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they can't come in and kick field goal now. I mean,
It's 3rd down, 3rd.
They got to score.
And 3 for the first down, 7 for the touchdown. Receiver right, receiver left. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They're looking over, and it's going to be complete. And in the end zone, touchdown. They ran a slant, got inside a Blankenship, and they go up 20-19 with 41 seconds to go here in the game.
Wasn't even close.
No, we weren't even close to him.
On air.
He had a good, 7-8 yard cushion.
Timeout on the field. Bulldogs.
So now, did they call a timeout?
Yeah, they called a timeout.
The Bulldogs called a timeout. So Milan calls a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right. Milan called a timeout. They wanted to talk about it, and I think now they're going to go for 2. They bring their field goal unit off, and they'll go for 2. They'll send a receiver right, receiver left.
It's probably not going to matter if they make it or not.
Yeah. Shotgun formation. Card. Tailback. Man comes in motion right. He'll roll that way under pressure. Still under pressure. Fires in the end zone. Good. Right over the head of Urban. And right into the hands of Pruitt. And nobody else was back there. It was 2-on-1. So it's 22-19 now with 41 seconds to go. We'll take a quick timeout when we come back. The Tigers will receive the kickoff. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Axson bringing you Hardin County football.
After tonight's game.
41 seconds to go here in the game. 22-19 is our score as Milan just scored and got the 2-point conversion.
Well, if you run this kick back for a touchdown,
if you're weird, you got to want this. You got to want it.
So now the ball falls off the tee. The wind has picked up quite a bit. I can't tell in which direction it's coming. Well, it's coming out of the south.
That's the first call he's gotten right when the ball fell off the tee.
Westbrooks will kick it off. Back deep is Braden Wilkes along with Irvin. Westbrook's kick is a low line drive. It's going to be fumbled around now, picked up by Wilkes. He's at the 20. He's at 25. He's at the 30. He gets outside. He's at the 40. He's got one man to beat. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. Still on his feet. Runs down to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10 in Bulldog territory.
What a return, baby.
Well, and the nice thing about the return is you're actually within range to throw the ball to the end zone. Well, I mean.
So we got one timeout.
And, you know, high school, clock's going to stop if you get a first down.
Got the ball at the 29-yard line. First down, 1st and 10. 27 seconds to go.
That's the blessing and curse of kicking it deep.
2 receivers right and left. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Has a man open.
Too late.
And just kept holding and pumping, and then throws it short of Heyman. That would have been a short pickup anyway. Burns up 5 seconds on the clock, though. 22 seconds to go. One timeout for the Tigers. Saunders comes in the game. Rose will go out. Gray and Heyman to the left. McGee and Wilkes here to the near side. Saunders a tailback. 3-man front now for the Bulldogs. Now Saunders will shift right. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires in the end zone with the McGee. Did he get it? He caught it! Inside the 5, down to the 3.
We're trying to call timeout. Let's see if he gives it to us.
No, get down there and spike it.
He called timeout.
So Coach Smith gets the timeout. Maybe it's good that we didn't get it a while ago. Big McGee wrestled away from the defender inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. That's where it'll be. 16 seconds to go. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Next week, the Tigers will be back at Jim Carroll Stadium. It'll be senior night as Pure Youth Academy will be in town for senior night. Kickoff time 7 p.m. But right now, we got a first down, and goal from the 3.
By calling that timeout, you think they're going to throw it each down to try to score.
Yeah. 3 receivers left, 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Here comes some pressure. He got it wide open into the end zone.
False start.
But what do we got? False start. Who is it on?
Center. Gotta be. Because everybody went. Late snap. Jeez.
So a penalty. Back.
I have never seen as many
7-yard line.
Odd mistakes in crucial times in a ball game ever.
Well, now the timeout really does hurt.
Yeah, now you use your timeout.
What are they going to do?
Well, man, they had the right call, wide open. He walked into the end zone.
Well, they're going to have to put some more time back on the clock.
And they'd go back to the original, what was it, 17 seconds?
Yeah. Be 17 seconds. And they're telling them to.
Well, the thing is, you got to get it to the end zone.
Wait a minute, they went 6 seconds.
No,
16 now. Well, they gave us a second. That's not right. Oh. Yeah, it is. It was 16 seconds. First down. Here's a snap. Throwing to the end zone.
Good Lord.
He didn't. Oh,
Unbelievable.
he knocked him down. The official on that side didn't even call it. I mean, he absolutely shoved Heyman to the ground. Golly, Bill.
You would think ISO with McGee, wouldn't you? I mean, nobody out there the size of McGee. Here it comes.
Second down. Second and goal from the 8.
I'd have Wilkes involved.
13 seconds to go. 2 receivers right and left.
Play clock, play clock.
Down to 3, 2. Here's a snap. Looking up the middle. Throws to McGee. Incomplete as they came from a middle blitz. And that'll bring up 3rd down. He didn't have a chance to even get in his route. Carter had to get rid of it. 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 8. Clock's running, play clock is. They need to get a play in. Now under 20 seconds. We're not even lined up. Down to 15 seconds. Now they'll send everybody out. Under 10 seconds now. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side. Here's a snap. Here they come. Throw over the middle. Complete. Driving toward the end zone. Did they give it to him?
He didn't give it to us.
He didn't give it to us.
That's twice.
And the game's over. He backed into the end zone. He didn't give it to us.
4th down. We can't spike it.
And we're going to lose a game. And Coach Smith throwing the headsets. He is all over that official. My gosh. And that's the way it's going to end. It's going to end once again.
Same official.
Same official.
That didn't give Adam Milligan a touchdown against Lexington.
Same official. Terrible.
I don't know if he got in. I couldn't tell. We can't tell from up here, but
he wouldn't know.
There's 100 other things in this game that you could point to as being a negative.
So Coach Smith, he just left. He left the building, threw his headset, and got his players and got out of here. That's about as upset as I've seen Matthew in a long time. There was a whole series that caused that.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
Well, I mean, go back to the score. When we scored and we're going to go for 2.
Yeah,
the official chopped it in like 10 seconds after the score, and you got I think it's like a minute after you score a touchdown to do the extra point.
Now he's going to send his team back on the field. We'll take a timeout. Your Central Bank postgame show coming your way next. All right, welcome back to Milan, Tennessee, as the Tigers lose a close one, 22-19, in a comedy of errors in the second half. And once again, here's the thing that gets me. I mean, we had the 3 game circle, Lexington, USJ, and now Milan. They all act like they've won the state championship when they beat us. But that's a testament to where our program has become. But I'm telling you, it's hard enough to lose because of the way the coaching staff, I mean, that was coaching malpractice there in the third quarter with some of the stuff that was going on, and we let them off the hook on a big, 4th and 20, and that kind of turned things. But we made enough mistakes of our own, too, to
it's one of those scenarios that everything we did it at a bad time, and it was wrong. And then they got every benefit of the doubt on every call. Every 50-50 situation they got the call. So, I mean, if you lined up everything that went wrong, I mean, the delay of game penalties, the taunting, unsportsmanlike penalty, just kicking yourself in the foot and kicking yourself in the foot. And then we had, 3 turnovers in the game?
Yeah.
And you have 3 turnovers that you give them the ball back. I really do think in a more perfect situation, we're 2 touchdowns better. But not tonight and we didn't, like I say, we didn't get any call. Nothing worked our way from the officials. Poorly done by them. Like when we scored, I think there is a minute between the score and the time they chop it in for your extra point. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to go for 2, and we scored, and they spot the ball to go for 2, and once they spot the ball on the 3-yard line, he chopped it in. And we're not even got our team is not even out on the field yet. So then we get the delay of game, and it's just stuff like that happened the whole ball game. That I mean, it was just, if you could do it wrong at critical situations, that's what we did, and kind of unusual. I mean, it was that was the oddest loss I've seen us take in a long time.
Well, we were down at the 1 and had a chance, had a false start. I don't know where it was at. Everybody said I didn't see anybody move, but they blew the whistle. And in fact, we scored on that play. That came back, and then after that, it just kind of fell apart for us. Got it back down to the 1 again, just couldn't punch it in.
Well, the other thing, too, is the throw to Wilkes that came down to the goal line, him trying to back into the goal line.
Yeah.
And whether he got in or not, we can't tell from up here. But in that situation, you have to throw it into the end zone. Because if you throw it into the end zone, even if it's incomplete, you got another down. Or, if you catch it, it's a touchdown. But you can't throw short of the end zone and risk being tackled with, under 10 seconds left on the clock. You can't snap it and go again. So, yeah, I mean, just everything happened was just a little off.
Well, I mean, you get the big kickoff return by Wilkes. You get down here, and I think, if I'm wrong, let me know, but every play we're trying to line up and run, the clock's down to, we're having to rush every play call and get everybody. I mean, there was no play that we ran down here inside the 20-yard line that it looked like we had enough time to get everybody set up.
This is one of the things, though, that they go over with officials all the time, is the flow of the game. And they want the flow of the game to remain the same all the time. So if it gets down into the last, 30 seconds in a game and the team's trying to score and they're moving, you're supposed to work that ball and clock exactly like you did on every other play in that game. But officials get all nervous and upset, and they go to rushing, speeding up. And so, I mean, they're affected by the pressure of the game as much as, the players are. But they took the ball with 4.5 minutes and ran it down our throat and scored down there on an easy pass play. Give them credit.
It's just really difficult to win a big game when you make that many mistakes.
Yeah, you just can't do it. And we had 3 balls that were catchable touchdown balls that we just missed. And those things come back to haunt you. You don't get perfect scoring opportunities very often in a ball game, and when you don't make them, or like that McGee's got a walk-in touchdown, and we've got a false start. So I mean, that's your own fault, and so We didn't help her. But even in that, as bad as we played, the number of turnovers, the number of penalties, number of mistakes, and having an officiated game that was less than ideal, they still almost won. So I really do think we played them 9 more times, we would win 7 or 8 of them.
Well, Tigers lose at 22-19 is the final here at Milan, Tennessee. We'll be back at Jim Carroll Stadium next Friday night as the Tiger Walk will be at 5:55, tailgate party at 5, and then the game will be on the air at 6:30. Kickoff time 7 p.m. at Senior Night, Pure Youth Academy in the house as they'll come in. Tigers fall to 6-3 on the season after the loss here to Milan, Tennessee. It was a good one. It was exciting. Didn't go our way, but good football game nonetheless. We'll take well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just get out of here for the post-game show. We got a long drive back to Hardin County. For Lily at the station, Kendall, Kirk, I'm Steve Carnell saying so long, Tiger fans. We'll see you in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk right here on 93.5 FM.